Da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. So, I've just seen on X, if I get cut off, you know he's listening, I'll come back. Just don't hang up. They've been reporting the magnetic frequency that surrounds the Earth, the Schumann resonance, has been causing, like, it's spiked, it's gone through the roof. People have started reporting ringing in the ears and brain fog. And I'm like, well, yes, because they're interfering with the Schumann resonance, because I keep telling you, like with the Black Knight satellite, I've been saying it for as long as I can remember. They're messing with the Schumann resonance to get in people's heads to control their mind. It's got nothing to do with 5D ascension, like that Dolores, whatever her face is, Dolores Cannon or whatever, saying if you get ringing in the ears, it's because you're ascending it. And no, it's because they're using direct energy weapons on you. And nobody finds it coincidental that just when Musk signs that military contract with Trump, you know, with the AI bots and all of that, to spy on everyone. Because remember I said, yes, because he's a spy, so they're paying him to spy. And he's won the spying contract. And then he launches more satellites into space just before Trump goes into Iran. Right, and then all hell breaks loose in Iran, and then everyone, while they're watching all this go on, reports brain fog and ringing in the ears. And it's like, yes, because they're messing with the Schumann resonance, because they're getting in your head. And Elon Musk uses his satellites in conjunction with Grok and X and AI and Facebook and Instagram and all of them, but mostly, you know, obviously whatever he controls, he uses it to mess with people's heads. And I've been saying it for the longest time. And two of the side effects for direct energy weapons, where they mess with the Schumann resonance, is sleepless, like you have trouble sleeping. You have, like, you can't sit still. Your feet move about, like you get nervous and twitchy and anxious and jittery. That feeling like something's going to happen, that feeling of like anticipation and fear and anxiety. You get the ringing in your ears. Some people get bleeding noses. Some people get blocked noses. Nausea. Can't sleep. Sudden depression. Sudden rage, that sort of thing. Sudden aggression. Saying things just like, just acting out of character. And they use it through AI headsets, VR headsets, Discord especially. They like to use Discord and Roblox, using the Schumann resonance to target kids for, to groom them. Brain fog especially, the amount of people that keep saying, I've got dementia, like my memory's going, I've got dementia, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it's because they're messing with the Schumann resonance. And you're either on your phone too much, or you wear VR headsets too much. Bluetooth headphones do it. If your phone or your TV, well, anything we use that relies on satellites, they use the Schumann resonance to mess with you. It can't affect me. And this is what I told the doctors. Now, the brilliant thing is, this is another thing that I can use against them in court, because I told them this is what they were doing. They use it to gang stalk people. And the thing is, I was locked up with a girl called Rachel who was convinced that she was being gang stalked, and they were forcing her to take like a ton of medications, And she was telling me about some of the things that were happening, and I was thinking to myself, that sounds like they're getting in her head. It sounds like they're using the Schumann resonance to get in her head. Because if they can convince people you're crazy, they can get you on the medication and stuff, and then eventually lock you up and, get rid of you, like euthanize you and all that. You're one of the undesirables if they can prove you're crazy. But you're not crazy, you're a lab rat. And the person who controls it is Elon Musk. And this is what I was telling to my friend on Night World. This is what I was telling Vladdy. This is what I was telling the king. And then everyone's talking about, oh my God, X had the biggest viewer rates yesterday during the whole Iran thing. And it's like, yes, because they're messing with the Schumann resonance. He's pulling you to X. He's trying to convince everyone that Grok is the best thing ever. He wants people engaging in Grok because it's how he gets into your head. And I've even seen people saying on X, stop going to Grok for answers because Grok is lying to you. Grok is feeding you false information. Because he's got all the military contracts. He has all the military contracts for the satellites and AIs and drones and all that. And now people are starting to feel the effects. People are now finally starting to talk about the brain fog and the ringing in the ears, how they've suddenly got ringing in their ears. So in the description box below, I've put a whole pile of links where I've been saying to people for the longest time, if you get ringing in your ears, this is what it is. It's a direct energy weapon they're using with the Schumann resonance to mess with your head, which means this whole thing in Iran, there's something not right about it. And he switched his direct energy weapon on to mess with the planet, the Schumann resonance, so to stop people from seeing something they don't want people seeing, but the truth is going to come out, because God literally just made me type that thing. Atom did. They couldn't get inside my head. That's why they resorted to having to try to kill me. They've tried. Trust me, they've tried. Every time my phone switches off, every time they shut my service off, that's them trying. But it doesn't work. It doesn't work with me because I'm above the Schumann resonance. I reside in the creation frequency. I'm out in the universe. They can't reach my frequency. So now I hope Rachel also sues the doctors, because I've been able to prove that she was right about everything, and that the British government used these direct energy weapons and the 5G towers to mess with people's heads to make them look crazy. The more people that they get on antipsychotics and all that sort of thing, the more money they make, the more they control the masses. So when you see people randomly running people over in the street, when you see people randomly shooting and stabbing people in the street, it's because they're messing with their heads using the Schumann resonance. And when you get the ringing in the ears, they're testing the frequency. And all you have to do to shut it off, other than decalcify your pineal gland, obviously, and get into the creation frequency, is start singing a song. And it shuts it off immediately. Just a random song. Just the first song that pops into your head, just start singing a song. Change the song if you have to every couple of seconds, but it pulls you back down, it pulls you away from the Schumann resonance, because you have to reach a higher frequency to sing. You have to reach a frequency above the Schumann resonance. You're in the creation frequency. So every time you get ringing in the ears, just start singing a song, hum a tune. Get your Spotify on, whatever, but you have to think fast. If you have, this is what I've been trying to say to my friend in Night World. his sudden bouts of depression and all of that is because of who he's around. Because he's messing with his head. So yeah, so if you get the ringing in your ears, just start singing a song, just a random song. And if you feel like the song popped into your head too easily, because the thing is, it affects people who have been vaccinated worse. That's what when I did my study, it seems to be vaccinated people because of the metals and stuff that they, the nanotech and that they've put in your body. And if you have Bluetooth anything or like Meta glasses, those Apple watches, those health watches, the ones that can read your heartbeat and your blood pressure and all that, get rid of them, because that's how they do it. They can even cause you to drop dead and have heart attacks. The Schumann resonance kills you. If they can get your frequency low enough, the Schumann resonance kills you. This is what I'm trying to tell people. This is what I've always been trying to tell people. So the stuff I put out there demagnetizes you, which is one of the reasons why they're trying to shut me up, because I'm waking people up and I'm helping them demagnetize. So the karmic planets are really in alignment. But I've just been proven right on really big things today, things that I can use against those bastards in court. And those doctors need to have their licenses revoked, because they were willing to kill an innocent person in order to protect their own egos, because they didn't know what the hell they were talking about. They'd rather murder someone than admit they were wrong and didn't know what they were talking about. And I would have been buried in a pauper's grave because my ex-husband made sure that I had no one standing by my side. I would have had no one to claim my body. I would have had no one to give me a funeral. I would have had no one at my funeral, because my ex-husband made sure that I didn't have a single person standing by me. And he's got that Wi-Fi in his bedroom, and he's the one that's losing his mind and is in a sex fetish cult, sticking plastic up his bum. But I'm away from it. I don't have Wi-Fi, I don't have broadband, I only have my phone. And I said to the doctors, mind control doesn't work on me. I can't be hypnotised. I've had hypnotists tried before in the past. I'm one of the small percentage of people on the planet who can't be mind controlled. And they thought I was nuts. But it's because I reside in the frequency above the Schumann resonance, because I know what I'm talking about, but the doctors don't. Wouldn't have a bloody clue. They're just glorified drug dealers. That's it. They wouldn't know the first thing about curing people from mental illness. All they know is what drugs to give them to stop them from thinking and feeling. So my stuff, my video games, my VR stuff, my music, my games, my movies, my TV shows, my gaming chair especially, my space program, will help people get up and away and out of the Schumann resonance. Because I'll decalcify the pineal gland, I'll activate the vagus nerve, and they'll start having ascensions. I'll save them. Save their mental health, because when they mess with the Schumann resonance as well, you see spirits and have poltergeist activity. You see the dead, you see ghosts, and it's not real, it's all an illusion. You see what they tell you to see. And I have the documents from the CIA and even the World Economic Forum themselves, and actual videotaped interviews where they say that's exactly what they do. Because I've had to do this for a long time, because I have been at this nearly 4 years trying to clear my name. Because I will not let anybody tell me I'm crazy when I'm simply a scientist who developed a cutting-edge, trailblazing, groundbreaking physics as an uneducated Indigenous woman. I'm not going to let anybody tell me I'm something I'm not. and they're all going to pay for this. I'm telling you now, they are all going to pay for this dearly in court. That I'm going to humiliate every single one of them, from the judge to the lawyers to the cops to the doctors to the nurses, not the ones that defended me, to the presidents and prime ministers and billionaires, and yeah, going to humiliate every single one of them. When my story gets out, and my story will get out because the prophecy said that the world will know my name for what I've gone through, and that my story is going to help bring the world together. When it gets out, what was done to me and what I endured and how I stood and fought this on my own, standing in truth and faith, having to do my own investigation, and a bloody pretty good investigation too, if I do say so myself. Every single person that did this to me will be the most hated people in the world, because while I've had to do this, they've been taking children and hurting children and trying to assassinate innocent presidents and hurting people that loved me, that genuinely loved me, genuinely loved me, genuinely in love with me, and loved me, turned them against me using the Schumann resonance. And I said to them, get away from him, get away from him, this is what he's doing. And nobody listened. And now look, I've lost the love of my life so many times I've lost count. But the good thing is that I'll be able to just pick up the pieces of what was left, and immigrate to Switzerland. Take the money that they're all going to pay me with those big fat zeros at the end of that check, and go to Switzerland and build my school and create my products that are actually going to help people escape the Schumann resonance. And then they can use my version of X, where they won't be mind controlled. With me, your will be free. Oh, I like that. With me, your will be free. So now you know the truth about Elon Musk. Now you know the truth about Donald Trump. Now you know what Starlink's really been doing. Now you know what SpaceX has really been doing. Now you know what Grok's really been doing. And your 5G fast broadband internet download phones and your smart glasses. Now you know what they're really doing. If it has access to a satellite or a 5G, 6G tower, they're using it to mess with your life. The amount of people that keep saying to me, oh, I've got such a bad memory, I've got dementia, oh, it's dementia, I've got dementia, even kids, even my son. And I'm saying Schumann resonance, VR, Discord especially, Discord. Even the CIA said that they use Discord to mess with kids. So, right about everything. So these planets are helping me get karmic justice today. It's a good thing I've ascended, because I would have every right to lose the rag and swear and punch and kick and smash things just from pure frustration and rage. I would be absolutely allowed to. It would be warranted. I have had to sit and be slandered. I've been stolen from. I've had my identity stolen. I've had my sister's identity stolen. I've had my characters in my books' identity stolen. I've had my ideas stolen, my games stolen, my movies stolen, my characters stolen. I've literally got someone who is a fetish dominatrix, BDSM, whatever you call her, pretending to be one of my characters. She's actually many of my characters. She's currently pretending to be a Chinese woman who's a singer and director all of a sudden. Because I've been talking about singing and directing. And now but she only speaks Chinese, but when you look at her account, it's American. Copy, 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 because that's the doppelganger effect. The psychopaths, they mimic you. They copy everything you do. I was ripped away from my boys, who were my best friends. I had my imaginary best friend, imaginary work husband turn his back on me. I, like I said, lost the love of my life so many times I've forgotten I can't even count anymore. Up, down, up, down, up, down, in my life, out my life, in my life, out my life, because of other people interfering. And I kept telling him, they're deleting my messages, they're causing arguments, they're, just like. But now he knows why there's just random arguments and stuff. It's because they use it to cause the arguments. Because, of course, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's only my field of science. But what, because I didn't have a university degree? Would I have been taken seriously and not locked up if I had a university degree in physics? Michael Faraday didn't have a degree. He didn't go to school to learn any of what he did. Neither did that, what's his name? Is it Michael Dell? The Dell Computers guy? He was uneducated. The man who discovered Uranus had no education. His sister had, I think he was a cellist. Plenty of people that made remarkable achievements in the world of science that didn't have an education. Einstein didn't even talk until he was 7, and he was really bad at maths. Unbelievable. I had to go through all of this for nearly 4 years to do a kick-ass investigation to gather all this evidence, only to find out on X that I was right all along, because other people have tried to claim my discoveries as their own. If I ate chocolate, I'd be eating a big fat piece of chocolate right now. I could make my own, but I'm too tired. I just want to lay now and listen to some classical music and just calm myself down, because this is absolutely outrageous. If I hadn't have survived what I was put through, I'd be dead in the ground now, and my truth would never have come out. But now it means that my truth is going to set millions of people free. And now you know the truth about how evil Elon Musk really is. And the reason why he got that contract, and the reason why he has the military contracts, because they're using it to get inside your heads. So that means that they've used it. Something's going to come out about something they've done in Iran that they didn't want people to know about, and they used the Schumann resonance to block everyone from seeing the truth. Because they either use it to get you to imagine things, or they use it to get you to act out. You know how people have been saying that there's this sudden trend on X where people are talking about, ending their lives? That's that. That's them. People posting about how they've lost hope and they've got nothing to live for, and they might just end it all. It's become a big discussion on X where people are saying that they're noticing a lot of people are posting about, and they're saying, it's like they're encouraging people to kill themselves. It's like, yeah, they are. That's X, that's Elon Musk, that's the satellites, that's the Schumann resonance. In the wrong minds, the Schumann resonance is fatal. In the very least, it gives you mental health issues and you experience paranormal activity and poltergeist activity. And in the very worst, it makes you psychotic, it makes you go on murderous, violent rampages, and it makes you kill yourself or die from, because your body just starts to deteriorate on a cellular level. Because the towers they use to transmit all these signals to your phone start degenerating all the cells in your body and you start dying. You get autoimmune diseases, you get cancers and that. I know what I'm talking about because I had to study all of this in order to clear my name when the day came when I got to stand in court and show the judge my evidence to show just how wrong those cops and doctors and lawyers and judges and my ex-husband and that and the presidents and prime ministers and oligarchs and that were all wrong. So I know what I'm talking about. And now people are starting to see what I've been saying all along. And I'm still in this on my own, but at least I'm standing on my feet with my head held high. And I will go to Switzerland standing on my own 2 feet, by myself if I have to, because at this point I don't give a shit. If nobody believes me, once I get my apology check, I'll just get on that plane by myself. And I'll go to Switzerland and I'll start Switzerland, and I'll start a new life on my own by myself. I'll build it all myself. I don't need anyone. I don't need anyone. I got this far. Once they hand me my money and my apology and clear my name and wipe my NHS record, I'm getting on that plane and I'm never looking back. Only good thing is, as I was talking to my sister yesterday, and she said to me, hell yes, Switzerland, hell yes. I would love it. Because I said to her, look, what about Switzerland? If I start a new life in Switzerland, she was like, yep, I'm there. So my big sister, Erin, the one who Paper Doll Productions stole her identity, the reason why I wrote her into that story is because she's the only one who stood by me through it all. And she's still the only one there standing by me at the end. So some of that money that I get, I'm going to use to retire my big sister so that she can just relax and raise her moko and be my fashion designer and help me design my costumes and stuff for Brehena Saisuza, and she's going to help me with the palliative care team when I design my gaming chair and stuff, and she's never going to have to worry about another thing again. I'm going to make sure that she never has to worry about another thing, her and her sons. His son Jacob is going to be my comic book editor, and he's going to be in charge of all my gaming merchandise, and he's going to go to all the comic book and toy conventions and stuff on behalf of my company. And his son and my other nephew Zion can do whatever the hell he likes because I'm going to take care of them. Because I stand by the people who stand by me, and they're the only ones that have stood by me. My nephew as well. I'm going to retire him and set up a recording studio in his home so that he can be my voice talent. Because we've got a whole lot of projects to work on together because he's going to be one of my voice actors and one of my radio show personalities. So I take care of the people who take care of me. But other than that, yeah, I'll go to Switzerland by myself. If I know not a single person there, I'm ready, I'm prepared, I'm strong, and I was right. I've been right about everything. I haven't been wrong about a single thing yet. And I'm looking forward to getting my apology from the cops and the doctors and the judge and the lawyers who not only lied, but then falsified legal documents to slander and besmirch my name and make fun of my Māori heritage. They defamed my character, they mocked my science, they mocked my ancestors. So I look forward to that apology. I want written apologies, and then I will frame them and put them up in my office. Those cops can be done for perjury because they falsified documents. Chris can be done for perjury because he falsified documents. The doctors falsified documents. Made claims about me that are scientifically impossible, but also made me sound so. Yeah, these are pretty big things that the alignment have been clearing my name on today. All things that I can use in court. So yeah, if I'm in this by myself, that's fine. I'll get to Switzerland. I'll set it all up. I'll do it all myself. Don't need a man. Don't need. I've not had any man come and stand beside me anyway. So I'm happy to do this on my own because at least I can trust me. I'm not ashamed to know me. I'm proud of who I am. So there we go. The links are in the description box, so now you know what to do. With the brain fog, obviously try not to use these things a lot. Take the mushroom supplements. Just take the mushroom supplements because they'll help your brain. And also high protein. Coat your brain with like full fat everything and high protein. Red meats, nuts, dairy, anything high protein. Get off the sugar and get aluminium away from your body. That includes the aluminium sprays and stuff. But then let me get to Switzerland, let me set everything up, and when I bring out all my products and stuff, because I use them, you see, or everything that I'm selling is all stuff that I use, including my scroggin, my trail mix, and all of that real high protein stuff, full fat everything. Just wait for me to get there and set everything up, and then you'll have my products to use, including my services like X and my own version. But you won't have to worry about anyone interfering with your mind, selling your data, stealing your data, stealing your information, stuff like that. We're not going to be like that at all. You'll have full control over what information that we have access to. So I won't be selling any of your stuff to third parties. We won't be spying on you. There'll be no cookies for this, that, and the other. I don't give a shit about, for the interest of advertising and all of that. It'll just be straight out services. So yeah, and I'm more than happy to do it on my own. I will no longer be begging anyone to be a part of not begging, but I'll no longer be reaching out to people to say, be a part of my life, and then not even getting the respect of being spoken to directly in return. Screw the lot of you. I'm just going to keep to myself and not talk to anyone anymore. I'm just going to keep my head down and wait till I get that big fat apology check, and then I'm out. So, yeah, screw everyone. Don't need a man, don't need anyone. I'm out. Ka kite anō.